Well, isn't this just the cutest little drug dealing little game there ever was? So today we're doing a rapid review of Basement. Not The Basement or A Basement, just Basement. And this is a drug dealing crime simulator strategy game. We've been playing it for the past few hours and it's really quirky. It's kind of really hard. Every scenario I've played, I've failed a few times. But I have kept on coming back because, you know, you get a little bit better incrementally and you want to beat each level. It's also kind of cool. Like I love the cutscenes. They're so weird. The cutscenes are like the coolest part of the game for me, and so I want to get past the hard scenario so I can see what happens to Gunther and Kevin. Anyway, it's a pretty challenging game. I mean, at first it seems really simple. You assign workers to grow weed. I think there's a mechanic for like other drugs later on. I haven't gotten that far yet. And then you assign people to sell the drugs, and sometimes they have to take breaks, and then sometimes you've got like rival gangs coming in, so you need to hire some muscle. So there's like there's different strategies on how to tackle the levels, but you also have to worry about time management because there are these tasks that come up, and if you don't get them done in time, then it's game over. And so there's a lot going on in the game to keep you on your toes, and I found it was, you know, I wouldn't say stressful is the word, but you know, it just was it was a lot going on. The learning curve is kind of high too, and that's, you know, that's not terrible. It's like a lot of games these days really hold your hand and just, you know, make sure that you have a pleasant experience. This game is pretty challenging, and there's a lot going on. There are tutorials, and you know, you get notifications when something new is happening. But I'm just saying, it's not that easy of a game. I think when you fire it up, the first thing it says is, "This game will try to fuck you," and you know, it certainly. I guess it's just fair warning. And there's also the employee management mechanic of the game, and so you have to kind of figure out what employee you're going to hire and what their strengths are. Some people are better at fighting, some people are better at producing, some people are better at selling. So there's that mechanic going on, and also they level up over time, so it's kind of in your best interest to keep them alive and let them keep learning, but at the same time they also cost you money, so if you don't need them, you're encouraged to fire them and hire new employees later on as you need them. There are also items in the game that you can equip, so sometimes you're going to have to send your muscle into a rival gang's building and have them beat everybody up, and that way you can take it over. When you send them over, if you happen to have a knife or a gun or a bat, you can equip that, and that'll make them that much more efficient. So there is a whole kind of employee management aspect to this game as well. So there's strategy elements to the game, and there's this, basically the story is you want to make your own video game, and so you need a lot of cash, and you hit up your dealer friend Kevin, and he drags you into basically getting started dealing drugs, and then all kinds of craziness happens as you run into other like rival drug lords, and you end up helping this Chinese restaurant owner to basically make a bunch of money and protect his restaurants, and it's a bit of a convoluted hot mess, but it's all good. It's pretty fun. There's also, if you kind of want to just have a more laid-back experience, there is the sandbox. I checked that out for a while, and that was pretty cool too. It just doesn't have the same pressure that the story mode has, and you can even turn it on to easy, and I think reduce the number of factions, and so you can really just have a more laid-back experience if you just want to have, a casual drug dealing simulator strategy game experience, such and such. But I recommend this game. It's pretty fun. It's challenging, and it's not your typical strategy game with the mature elements and whatnot. This game has a lot of kind of quirky style. The character design is cool. The strategy mechanics are pretty cool, and ultimately it's got a really fun story. And so I recommend the game. I am glad that I've been able to play it, and I'm going to keep at it because I'm stuck on a certain scenario. So I'm going to be diving back in. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope that this helps you make a decision on whether you want to play Basement, and I hope that you will like and join me and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.